Hi to you all. I'm going to start a series of videos on narcissistic abuse. In these videos, I'm going to cover various topics, including what are the warning signs, what are the red flags that you might be involved with a narcissist, what are some of the effects, consequences, what are you likely to feel after being involved with a narcissist, what happens if you have parents who are narcissistic, and of course I'm going to look at how you can heal from narcissistic abuse. In this first video though, I am going to talk about what is a narcissist and get you to think about this and hopefully have a good idea of somebody who is in fact narcissistic. Now, there's lots of information, everywhere. I mean, narcissist is quite a common term. But in this video, I'm going to use two specific references to explain what a narcissist is. The first reference I'm going to use comes from the medical field, from psychiatry. In psychiatry, they use a document called the DSM. The DSM stands for Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. It's February 2023, and version 5 is the latest one, edition 5. So I'm going to be talking about that. Narcissism, in the psychiatric sense, we talk about narcissistic personality disorder. So it's one of the personality disorders. And then the second criteria I'm going to look at come from the field of law enforcement. Okay, so let's start off with the first one, which is from the medical field, from psychiatry, and psychiatrists and psychologists will know this quite well. And that is, what are the criteria for defining somebody as having narcissistic personality disorder? I'm going to actually read them because I want to get them right. Okay, the DSM-5 lists 9 criteria. In order to make a diagnosis, a psychiatrist would need to see that somebody displays 5 or more of the following criteria. Okay, the first one, they have a grandiose sense of self-importance. Okay, when we did the videos on self-esteem, we said that generally speaking, a good self-esteem means we understand we are all equally valuable. In the justice system, we are all judged equally before the law. If you are the CEO of a company or you are the person who cleans the dustbins and you murder somebody, you don't get different criteria. You are equal. In voting, every single person gets 1 vote if they're old enough to be allowed to vote. Okay, for the narcissist, no, we're not all equal. I am superior. I am better than you. I deserve more than you. I am more worthwhile than you. I am more valuable than you. So they have this grandiose sense of, I am superior. I am better than other people. They have, second criteria, they are preoccupied with fantasies of success, of power, of status, of wealth, of ideal love. Okay, they are people for whom these things matter. They think about them a lot, and in fact, they will evaluate other people according to whether they have these or not. Thirdly, you'll notice commonalities amongst these as well. The third criteria listed in the DSM-5 is they believe they are special and unique. And because they are special and unique, they are deserving of favors more than other people. So it's not we're going to treat people equally. It's I deserve to be treated better than everyone else. I deserve more than everyone else. They also believe that they should only associate it with other people who have high status, other people and institutions. So you may find somebody narcissistic going, oh, I'm not going to deal with that person. They don't have enough money. They don't have enough power. Or I'm not going out with that person. They're not good looking enough. And whatever your ideal criteria are for a perfect person. Okay, so they believe they should only associate with people who in their minds are high status, are beautiful, are successful, are wealthy, are intelligent. Okay, the fourth criteria listed is they need excessive admiration. If you don't, on a very regular basis, admire somebody with narcissistic personality disorder, they will sulk, they will get angry, they will be bitter, they will be anything but happy. They have to have a large amount of admiration. You need to tell this person how wonderful they are on quite a regular basis. Okay, they have a sense of entitlement, which is they believe they are entitled to better treatment than anybody else. They are quite happy to dish out horrible treatment to other people that they would never, ever themselves actually accept. But they believe they're entitled to better treatment than other people, or they believe they're entitled to automatic compliance with whatever they want. So whatever I want, you must give me. Now, most adults realize that I cannot have everything that I want in this life. It needs to be something I can afford. It needs to be something that doesn't hurt other people in the process of me getting it. It needs to respect other people. Oh no, if you're a narcissist, you'd better give me what I want. Automatic compliance with my needs and wants. And if they don't get them, also sulk and get angry and yell and scream. The sixth point is that the narcissist is interpersonally exploitative. That means that they form relationships because of what they can get from them. They exploit people. I don't have relationships with people because I like them. I have them because I can benefit. There's something that I get from being in that relationship. Number 7, they lack empathy. Okay, they don't take into account the feelings and needs of other people. So in their attempt to get all their needs, which they believe they're entitled to have met, and in an attempt to have everything that they want, it's quite fine if I ignore the needs and feelings and emotions of other people. Number 8, the narcissist is often envious. Narcissism is not a sign of high self-esteem. It's a sign of low self-esteem. You know the story of the lion. The lion doesn't have to tell you it's strong. You know it. When somebody believes they're okay, when somebody has self-esteem, you don't have to go around saying it. The narcissist goes around all the time trying to prove that they're superior and acting superior, and that is the sign of somebody who actually has low self-esteem. Okay, so they are very often envious of others. If other people have something that they covet, and remember that they like success, wealth, they think this is their due, they're entitled to it, they're going to be quite envious of other people and can be quite mean. They also are people who think that others are envious of them. So they will sit there and think, oh, everybody around me must be so jealous of my big house and my fancy car and all my wealth and so forth. When in actual fact, most of the people around them are not in the least but interested and are busy going on with their lives, because actually life is quite tough to deal with. And then the 9th criteria, the last one listed by the DSM-5, is they are arrogant. They display arrogance in attitudes and behaviors. Okay, so 5 or more of those would lead to a diagnosis of narcissistic personality disorder. Now, one thing about personality disorders. Personality disorders are notoriously difficult to treat if you can even start treating them. When I was a student in one of my psychiatry lectures, the lecturer was busy explaining an aspect of personality disorders. And this doesn't by any means define what they are, but it can sometimes help to give you an idea. And what he said was, imagine people marching on a field. One guy is marching completely out of time. He keeps telling everybody that he's in time and everybody else is out of time. Okay, so with personality disorders, you have somebody who believes they are right and everybody else is wrong. Because of this, number one, they're not likely to come to the attention of psychiatrists and psychologists or GPs. Most likely it's their victims who are going to appear in front of the medical community. The people who've actually been emotionally abused, whose lives have been shattered, whose self-esteem has been destroyed by the narcissist are more likely to. The narcissist is always right. So why on earth would I go and see somebody? Why on earth would I go and get treatment? And this is quite a significant thing. Be wary of anybody who says they're going to have treatment and change. It is quite rare for a narcissist to actually change. Okay, in terms of the incidence, male, female, the DSM-5 lists it as 50 to 75% male. There are some people who think it's just male. It is predominantly male, but understand with a 50 to 75, a lot of women are also narcissists. So don't let the gender thing fool you. It's about behavior. And of course, there are a lot of men who are not narcissists at all. Okay, so that's the DSM-5 criteria. Now, as I said, they tend not to come to notice because of the medical profession. They don't tend to go and visit doctors and psychiatrists because they feel fine. It's the other people around them who are absolutely shattered. Where they do sometimes come to the attention of people is in the law enforcement space. And the second list of criteria I want to go through is that developed by a guy, his name's Joe Navarro. He used to be an FBI agent and FBI profiler. And he has written a book called Dangerous Personalities. And there are 4 personalities he mentions: the narcissist, the emotionally unstable, the paranoid, and the predator. And in fact, in his book, he also gives a way for you to estimate the level of danger you might be in from each of these type of personalities. But let's have a look. What are the criteria they talk about? Or what are the criteria he talks about? Okay, and he's got 7 of them. The narcissist expects to be treated as special and given priority. We've already seen this. I'm going to be treated like everybody else. Hell no, I'm special, I deserve special treatment. In words and actions, they overvalue themselves and they devalue or undervalue others. What they want is important, what you want doesn't count, particularly if what you want disagrees with what they want for themselves. So they overvalue themselves, they see themselves as more important. The narcissist doesn't care about you unless you can help him or her. Okay, their relationships are about exploitation. Their relationships are, I'm going to be nice to you. I'm going to have a relationship with you because you can give me something that can better my life or help me achieve what I want. It's not about you as a person, and they don't care about you as a human being. They care about what you can give them or do for them. Okay, the 4th one that he lists, Joe Navarro, is a poor listener unless they stand to gain. Okay, they won't listen at all unless they can, in listening, they may actually find some way in which to benefit. The 5th one, they need to control others and they demand loyalty. Okay, they need to know where you are, they need to know what you're doing, you need to do things only that they want. They are very controlling people. They must run your life for you. Okay, the 6th one, they seldom apologize or act guilty even when they've done wrong. Beware of somebody who cannot apologize. It is not a good sign. The narcissist, and it goes back to I'm never wrong. And even if 50,000 people tell you you're wrong, they're still going to think, well, I'm right and find a way in their own mind to actually justify it. It's a logic of superiority, as one website actually talks about it. So they're not going to apologize and they're not going to ever admit to doing anything wrong. And then the final 7th point in the book is they sell advantage rather than justice. So if a decision has got to be made or something has got to be done, the narcissist is not going to do the right thing. They're going to do the thing that works for them, that gives them benefit, that makes them look good, that just makes everything work out for them. Okay, I hope if you have never come across narcissism before, and in fact, in some ways, I hope you haven't, but you are going to come across it because at some point in your life, because it's quite common. And you may even have grown up with them. I hope you're a little bit scared reading this, okay? Because these are people who inflict an enormous amount of damage. There's been abuse, there's assault, there's a lot of gender-based violence, which is also why I'm actually doing this series on narcissistic abuse that is perpetrated by narcissists. They defraud people, they get people into trouble, they steal their money, they are extremely toxic individuals. Because you cannot really cure it or fix it. And it is very unlikely the person will seek help. My personal view is, if you can get out of a situation with a narcissist in it, then get out. You want to just leave. Okay, from my side, that's all for this week. We'll deal with another video looking at some more of the warning signs of a narcissist in the coming weeks. Have a great day. Bye.